Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to the first video on my channel. What I'm going to be doing today is team building in Gen 8 OU. Figured with the recent release of the DLC, this would be the best time to do something like this. You know, all these new toys dropped, and just wanted to give you guys something to play around with. So without further ado, let's hop straight into it. What I'll be using is Volcarona. The introduction of heavy duty boots, Volcarona becomes a much more reliable sweeper. In the past, you'd have to use magic bounce or even double defog just to circumvent stealth rock, but that is no longer the case. As far as the set is standard, I'm actually opting to use Roost over a third coverage move like Bug Buzz, as I don't think Bug Stab is good in OU, as the only things you hit Slowbro and Hydreigon, but with the way the team's going to be built, you'll be able to handle those. Also, having that longevity versus things like Magearna, Rillaboom, Scizor is solid. And yeah, so generally how I like to go about building is I look at the Pokemon I'm using, then I'll scroll through the tier just to give me an idea of what it'll have trouble versus. So looking at it, there's Azumarill, Cinderace, Dragapult if it's a physical variant, Holucha, and Terrakion. Now if you notice, all of these share a pattern in that they're all offensive, meaning you'll most of the time find these on offensive style of teams, which give Volk trouble because all the things I mentioned either outspeed an Oko or has some form of priority to deal with it. So what I'd be looking to pair Volk with is something that destroys offense, mainly by outspeeding the things you'll find on it, being your Holuchas, Terrax, all that stuff. So scrolling through again, there's your Aura. Not sure how good this will be with the return of Amoonguss and Tangrowth, so I'm gonna skip over it. Dragapult, however, catches my eye. Very difficult for offense to switch into outside of Bisharp, and combine that with the ability just being able to bypass screens from Ninetales, Grimmsnarl is excellent. So yeah, that's most of the reason why I'm choosing Dragapult over anything else. That unique attribute of being able to just destroy offense even harder with Infiltrator. So yeah, just gonna leave the set blank for now, because no matter the set, Dragapult destroys offense, whether it be specs, physical, doesn't matter. So yeah, got our two-mon combination here, Volk, Dragapult. So what I'd be looking for at this point is you want to determine what these two are weak to. So off the bats, I see Azumarill beats them both. Azumarill, Kingdra, Rain Kingdra, and Toxapex has a Tinks hits from both of them, even a +1 Psychic. So one of the things that came to mind for me was Rotom. I'm actually gonna put two at a time here. So the combination of Rotom and Ferrothorn. I like to build my teams as a unit. Gives me a clearer view of how I want it to go, like during the ending stages. And in general, it just makes the building process much quicker. So yeah, Rotom is here mostly for Azumarill, as I said, being one of the few things that can not only switch in but outspeed and kill other things like Amoonguss, Tangrowth. Can't switch into Belly Drum Azumarill without dying. So yeah, going with Rotom, Defog. Not really to support Volk, but most of the rest of the team, being able to get rid of spikes and T-spikes is valuable. Full switch. Reason I'm running T-Bolt over Will-O-Wisp is allows you to Oko Azumarill after your belly drums. With the investment I have here, and Ferrothorn is here to check Kingdra, Tinks hits, even under rain. I think Power Up is going to be better from now on. Slowbro coming back. So it's a few other things, but slow ball mainly. Um, Being able to hit that is good. Um, you know, Azumarill, of course. So you're not set up harder for that. So yeah, Rotom Pharaoh helps handle most things that these two would have trouble versus. Being Rain, Toxapex. T-Ball is also very cool for that as well. So the 2 kills, unlike Volt Switch, because it forces Switch, obviously. And yeah, Rotom Pharaoh helps versus all the bulky waters. And yeah, next member. Looking at it so far, still weak to quite a few things. Mostly Bisharp, as it can set up on Rotom because I don't have Wisp on this one, and Dragapult depending on the set, and Ferrothorn because I'm not running Body Press. So definitely need something for that. So let's go through again. There's Corviknight, Body Press Corviknight, though I tend to use that quite a bit, so I kind of want to mix it up. So gonna keep scrolling through and come across a Powdon. Now Powdon is excellent. Not only checks Bisharp, but Cinderace beats that pretty much 90% of the time. Cinderace, Excadrill, more so Mold Breaker variants, Hawlucha to a degree, and Hawlucha, Marowak came back, that one too. Tarak, which I had mentioned, and Urshifu, which is another very important one. That's like the balanced breaker. So Powdon is going to be the next member. Rocky, Slack Off, BQ. I think it's more experimental with both Tangrowth and Slowbro coming back. This actually might be better in the long run over Whirlwind, which I usually run, but I'm going to try this for now. So yeah, the Powdon takes Bisharp plus a large number of other things. And yeah, it's looking pretty good so far. So last member, this is where it's most important. The last member usually just rounds the team out. Usually you want to see what the entire team still struggles versus or lacks resistances, I should say. So let's look at it. Dark, I don't have a Dark Resist. Dark Resist is going to be very important in this meta with Urshifu around because it can just break through a Powdon. Even if a Powdon being so bulky, and just 2 kill because of the signature move, that Wicked Blow thing, it crits. And I don't have recovery to even avoid the 2 kill. I think a crit does 50 exactly to a Powdon, so yeah, definitely need a Dark Resist. And potentially another Ice Resist for like Kyurem, because Ferrothorn can't constantly switch in as it's a 3 kill, and I can't even touch it. So what I actually decided on for the last slot was Magearna. Probably one of the best, if not the best, Pokemon in the tier right now. Being able to deal with a plethora of threats. Alakazam, Gengar. Just look at it. Yeah, Specs Aegislash as well. Alakazam. Dragapult, Specs Dragapult. Gengar. Hydreigon. Not even +2 or fire move kills. It could tank a hit from Kingdra, but you don't want to switch that in. It takes like 40 to 50 if it's rain boosted Hydro. Yeah, Kyurem. Yeah, it's a whole lot of things really. Typing is amazing. Forms the Volt combo with Rotom, which is very annoying actually to deal with, especially for balance with like hazards up. And yeah, again, it just really rounds the team out, being able to handle a bunch of other things that the other 3 couldn't. Being Specs Aegislash and Urshifu. It can only switch in once into the thing, but Yeah, I just needed a dark resist, at least a one-time switch for that. And yeah, investment gear in plus Rotom, and then yeah, I did say what this investment was for Azu, local after belly drum. Oh, we gotta decide on Pharaoh said. Gonna go with Spikes, which is the last slots. Can beat down Chansey, and Spikes is good for Volk and Dragapult. And I just noticed that Spikes are just overall solid in this meta right now. A lot of teams are grounded and don't have many like ground immunities. So yeah, Spikes Pharaoh plus Rocks is dope. Oh yeah, and then we gotta decide on Dragapult set. So now looking at the team, Chansey could give us a bit of trouble. Outside of Ferrothorn, don't have much to deal with that. So what I'll do here is go with Dragon Dance, physical variant, Dragon Dance. Doesn't really matter. I like to have my moves up here though. Darts, Phantom Force, and I actually like Sucker in the last slot. Don't like Steel Wing too much because I already have things I deal with Clef. So many actually in Volk, Pharaoh, and Magrena, so don't really feel the need for Steel Wing. Don't like Fire Blast either. It's just personal preference. Because you have to run minus defense or minus speed nature, neither of which I want to do. So I'm gonna go with this. Smacks Chansey up for Volk. I think this is gonna be the best set going forward with the popularity of Magarinas and Chansey, a couple other things, but PD Volk lethal combination. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the team. Hope I'm not missing anything. Oh yeah, the Pharaoh spread is like so you can act as a backup check for Dragapult. You think Fire Blast from the Life Orb one, the one I'm using, and then use just 4 special attack on the physical set with Fire Blast. You guarantee tank that, and obviously Kingdra as well. I opted for Earthsphere in the last slot on Magrena over anything else like Ice Beam because I already have things to deal with Amoonguss and Hippowdon, which is the only things that hit Folk, and Ferrothorn deal well with Amoonguss. Ferrothorn walls Amoonguss this gen easily because there's no hidden power fire, and Hippowdon, like I have a Rotom or Ferrothorn and my own Hippowdon with Toxic. And like I said with Slowbro, like so many things beat it. Dragapult, Rotom, Ferrothorn, just and Toxic. So they really do not need Bug Buzz on Volk. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. Oh yeah, Earthsphere is just mainly that's like a backup for like Bisharp. And does a decent amount to Ferrothorn. Don't really feel like risking Focus Blast. And I mean, you could if you're feeling real, but I'm not about it. I'm not using that in Magnezone, so that it doesn't check you. And yeah, I like Sucker just for like the just random stuff on offense that's weakened. I don't know, like a Cinderace or something. Hit that up. And opposing Dragapult, which is good. Surprise him with that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.